Hey now! Ooh, ooh. Yeah, this is Mitsubishi doing a review of Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. But first we'll take a look at the arcade version, the original in 1988. And the SNES version was released in 1992. So you'll be able to see the difference, the comparisons. The SNES version is slightly better graphically, but there's at least 4 years difference between them. And Ghouls and Ghosts games are famed on being very hard games. The arcade games are rock hard, and almost every game that's been released on system are very hard. You get your value for money. You get there's lots of players to complete them, I'll tell you that. But at the time when there you can see differences. At the time when I played it, as well, games back then, I think they were harder back then. And did you see? I remember completing them all. Maybe it's had some difficulty, but you don't remember them being that hard. When I've played it back, it's pretty hard, yeah, pretty hard. I mean, the arcade games they were always coin guzzlers. They were always sit on hard, or they were always coin guzzlers. Even if you play the emulations, the arcade games are rock. I remember playing Ghosts and Goblins on the Spectrum, and that's probably one of the hardest games I've played. The early Spectrum arcade conversions, they were always meant to be hard, like the arcade games. And I think over the years, developers have thought twice about that and decided to make them a bit easier, so you get more enjoyment out of the game if you can get through a few levels without dying and make it tougher at the end. It made them more user friendly rather than just setting out to unfairly kill you and use up all your lives and continues on the first level, which they used to. You know, I think this game's I think after the times you die, it's mainly your own fault and not knowing what's coming next. It's best to, I think when you play it at the time, you played it to death rather than nowadays. If you use an emulation, you just play the first level up, you play through it. But back then, you played it to death. You knew where everything was coming, and half the time it was your own fault if you were going to die. You've jumped too far. You've not anticipated something coming from further on in the screen. And there's a boss on the first level. The bosses are kind of good, kind of inventive. Wait till later on. And if you say the graphics, I don't think the emulation does it justice. When I played the Mega Drive one, I was impressed by that. The Mega Drive one has good graphics, and this one went up a bit more with the colours. I think the colours, the greens in the grass, I thought they were brilliant colours. It's one of the first SNES games I played, and I thought the colours were beautiful. There was lots of colours, lots of like graphical effects and stuff going on, like sprite scaling. Whoops, there you see, I died. That was my own fault. There's a little bit of sprite scaling coming in here. I mean, it doesn't look much now, but at the time there was nothing gone before that like that, and I thought it was the little touches like that made games graphically good, as well as the main graphics. There's just nice little touches. And here's the second level. It's on a boat. I think in this game, the best levels are the first few levels. The later levels do get a bit samey, and they like start being a lot of like cavern levels and in like mansions and castles where it's just corridors and caves, like, you know what I mean? Just going down a cave or going down a corridor. And as with most games, the first few levels are the best. More time's being spent on the first few levels. They do try and impress with the first few levels. Later on, the quality does peter off, but they're still good. And he's like a sea-based one. And here you'll see the double jump. I never jumped that rock, it was a double jump. The double jump does seem a bit cumbersome, it does get you killed before you master it. Just get you killed a few times. Once you master it, it is quite good. if you learn to use it. You can, if you time them perfect, you can make some good jumps, and you can change direction mid-jump, and you can change the way you face and shoot one way and jump the other. It's just all about mastering the controls and that, and it's better when you have a SNES controller rather than using it for emulation, which is always the case. Here's the second boss. Notice the amount of colour. Even in all the creams and greys there, I thought there was loads of nice colour. And I was impressed by the colour schemes and how many colours they used at the time. Going from Mega Drive to SNES, you did notice in some of the games that there was a lot more colour, and the colours were more rich. Definitely, but I'm not saying anything about the Mega Drive. I own both of them. I love the Mega Drive. Neil saying, I love nice little graphical touch. I thought there was Mode 7 at the time, but it's not Mode 7. It's just like a graphical trick. I've seen this on Mega Drive. It's just graphical trickery. It's just I think the pillars like animated. This is actual, I don't know if it's Mode 7 sprite scaling, sprite rotation. This game's just one graphical set piece after the other. They're using the SNES to the full, which most SNES games threw in loads of like sprite scaling and that to wow you. And there's a bit of Mode 7. Everyone loves a bit of Mode 7. Blew your head off at the time from going to Mega Drive to SNES and experiencing a bit of that. I mean, it doesn't seem much, and it does seem a bit blocky, but at the time there was, like I say, there was nothing else like it on the home consoles. And there's a bit of Mode 7 on the bodies there, sprite scaling. It's just the like caves rotating. It's so impressive at the time. I just thought, wow, you know, it's Mode 7, baby. This is what the SNES is all about. Needs a boss, getting a lot of slowdown here. While recording, I don't know why. And I seem to be getting a lot of slowdown when not much was happening, and speeding up when things were happening, which is strange because it normally slows down when there's a lot happening. And I'm trying to find out why it's slowing down while recording, so I'm keeping recording here. Get a task manager, throw that up, and here we go, play the game while recording, and I've 1.15 gigabytes of RAM, I've got 4 gigabytes, so there's no problem there, and only 29% CPU usage on the 4 cores. I can't understand why it's slowing down. Anyway, here's the snow level. It's still good graphics, still inventive, but I think the bodies are getting a bit samey. They're just different interpretations of the bodies before, like Snow Wolf or that flower, where before it was I think it was a flame flower, and that big snow bear was a fire bear before. But they're still nice graphically and inventive before the cave ones. Yeah, this is where they start to get a bit samey, less inventive, and they get a bit more tough, where it's a little bit more unfair. Where you get get the little demons and they just come towards you. Some of the baddies are less fair in this one. So I'll start to talk about the weapons and the armour. I'm on the gold armour. There's 3 stages of armour. There's the Nikki armour, the bronze armour, which is green, and the gold armour. Once you get the bronze armour, your weapon powers up. Once you get the gold armour, you can hold the fire button, you get like a super shot. And the weapons are alright. I think the lance is the best in the like double shot arrow. Once you power up, they morph into like more proper weapons, but some of them are harder to use, worse to use. Anyway, if you're a big fan of platform, if you're a hardcore platform gamer, I'd definitely give this a try and crack it, because it is hard. At the time I'd give it about a 4 out of 5, and now I've maybe give it about 3, maybe it's 4 out of 5, because it's still definitely a good game, and it's definitely a challenge to crack this little bitch. Anyway, I've run out of time. I didn't have time to talk about Capcom, Maximo, the history. So this is the end of my review. This is Mitsubishi signing out, motherfucker. Bye.